Well, good morning, team up in Network family, guests and friends. How is everyone doing this wonderful Wednesday morning here at Team Up in Network? We have another beautiful day here on the East Coast as well as the West Coast. I'm pretty sure there's some terrible storms last night, but oh, what a beautiful day today. I got a text from Kevin Vaughn that this is going to be an awesome day. And Kevin, I agree with you. This is going to be an awesome day, family. I hope you woke up with an attitude of gratitude and you are expecting great things out of this day, because what you expect is you pretty much have a pretty high percentage of coming to pass. So wake up with a high level of expectation, set your goals, take charge, and be ready to be the winner for this day. You're now into the Team That's a Lifestyle Call, and this is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, Pastor Del Waker. Family, the line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself and let us know where you're calling in from.
Jesse Bowden, calling from Pentagon.
Ooh, hey, Jesse, how are you this morning, sir?
Hey, outstanding, Pastor Denise. Just ready to take advantage of this brand new day that I've been gifted and blessed with.
Vicky Soto, Louisville, Kentucky.
Ooh, hey, Vicky, how are you? How's it going this morning, Vicky?
Oh, it's beautiful in Kentucky today.
Wow. I think we all got a beautiful day today.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
All right, California's in the house. Hey, Don, how's it going, sir?
I am doing wonderful. Wonderful.
That's a great thing.
And
Mama,
thank you for the information.
Good morning, Mama Ify, California.
Good morning, Mama Ify. How are you this morning?
I'm blessed like you and Chief Jesse.
That's
I'm
right.
blessed.
We're blessed. That's right, Mama Ify. We are definitely blessed indeed.
Amen.
Happy 20th anniversary to Pastor Dale and First Lady D. Happy 20th anniversary, Pastor D.
Oh, wow.
First Lady D. May God continue to bless your union.
Oh, wow. Well, happy birthday to them. Where'd you get that
Happy
information?
anniversary.
Oh, that on Facebook?
Happy 20th anniversary, yes.
Wow. Somebody else had an anniversary this week. Who was that told us they had 31 years?
Sandy and Hobart going.
Sandy going. Sandy. Yes. Wow. Congratulations to Pastor Dell and Diane and Sandy for 31 years and Pastor Dell for 20 years. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Hi, Sandy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, keep it coming, Sarah. I'm going to mute that in one more minute. Give us your name, where you're calling in from.
Happy payday, Mr. Payday. Happy payday.
Now, I was wondering where you were to make that announcement, Robert.
I was incognito. I hate to say it like that.
Welcome to the call, Robert. Thank you for letting us know. Around the globe, this is payday, and Team Up International. People from around the world are receiving paychecks today from Team Up.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
It's been going on for 12 years. Non-stop paychecks have gone out. I mean, from Dubai to India, the Philippines, to Mexico. I mean, to around the world, not just here in the nation's capital in California, and Louisville, Kentucky, but I mean around the world. People are celebrating because they have joined Team Up International at some point, and they're changing people's lives, whether it's through our sister company, through the My Video Talk technology, or whether it's through the 10 vitamin sprays. But people are receiving paychecks today around the world, and some are receiving, anywhere from $150,000 a month or more to $5,000 a month to $500 a month, whatever it is. People are receiving the desired amount that they work for in a paycheck. And some of them have retired, and they're making a difference in other people's lives. And Some have cut back on the extra jobs that they were working, so now they can just focus on, maybe doing just one other job versus trying to shuffle 2 or 3 part-time jobs. And Team Effort Network has awarded them so they can, cut back on some of that extra work and enjoy the fruit of their labor through the income that they're generating through Team Effort International. And that's just a blessing. There's so many people. I mean, when you think about it, that's like a wow factor. That is a wow factor around the globe. People are receiving a paycheck today from Team Effort International because they made a decision. At one point in life, they made a decision that I want to take charge of my own finances and my own life, and I'm going to work this thing. I'm going to grab the bull by the horn. I'm going to ride it all the way to the top. So congratulations to you all who have made a difference in someone's life by joining Team Effort International. And congratulations to those who will continue to stay focused and working hard and setting those goals each and every day. And each month, your check is each week. It's increasing each month. It's increasing. It's getting there. Is it a work to do? Of course. It's work. It's worth it, though. We were telling our team at our TTP a couple of weeks ago, we asked them how many of them really had a retirement plan. But if they had to retire within the next 1 or 2 years, would they have enough finances to live off of? And it was sad to say only like 1 or 2 hands went up. This is a room of over 20 guests or more. 1 or 2 hands went up that would be able to retire for the next few years and be able to live off of what they had. And we pointed out on the Team Effort International Compensation Plan that this is something you can work hard at for the next 1 or 2 or 3 years and have a healthy retirement. Fully a healthy retirement, but you can also work towards having your mortgage paid, having your car paid, winning vacations, taking your family. All that is offered through Team Effort International is what you're already working so hard for, that you're not going to get from that 9 to 5. It's not going to happen. So put your energy and focus into something that's going to reward you greatly. And that is what's offered here in Team Effort Network. And it's happening. It's happening every day, every month. It is happening. So once again, congratulations, you guys. Payday, yes, it is indeed. Well, today is Wednesday. Not only is it payday, but we have this awesome lady that comes to the call every Wednesday, just pour out her heart in regards to the gift God's given her, and that's in being a biologist and studying the body and understanding how it works and how to keep it healthy, how to keep it in fit, not just physically, but spiritually as well. She's so spiritually endowed with what she does. So that's why she's doubly blessed. So I'm always excited to hear what she has to bring to the call every week. So let's welcome once again biologist Shakena Day. Are you there this morning?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
Shakena. How are you? I'm doing great, doing great. So great. It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It really is.
I mean, we had a crazy storm last night. I mean, it was crazy. Then trees were just bent, breaking and snapping and falling. It was, you couldn't even see the highway. It was a really bad storm. Then this morning, everything is just peaceful and beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, Shakena, what do you have for us today?
Well, today I'm going to talk a little bit about I want to focus on a few of our sprays, but they're all going to come together, and how they affect our brain. And, a lot of things that we consume plays a major part on our brain function. There's so many factors that can affect our brain function, such as stress, such as the amount of sugar, the amount of caffeine that we're consuming, if we smoke or use any type of tobacco products, alcohol, medications, and even like a poor digestive system are some of the issues that can actually increase, your need to actually take vitamins. So, and all of these play a major part on the actual brain itself and brain function. Now, there's so many things as far as like the B vitamins, the vitamin D, which is actually acts as a hormone within the body, plays such a major role on brain function, brain development, and all of that. Research shows that seniors that consume most nutritious foods or things that contain, high that are more have a more nutritional value have reduced their risk of mental disorders by 25%. So knowing that things that we consume plays a major part. I can just actually say this by me living this, that what we consume does play a major part as far as if we're consuming a lot of juices that contain sugar. This is one thing that our family realized, that we're buying all of these juices and our kids are drinking these juices. And we were wondering, okay, well, why our kids can't focus, really can't sit down and actually do their work and focus and complete it within a adequate amount of time. But once we started changing what they were consuming and reducing that, such certain things like juices that contain like high fructose corn syrup, things of that nature plays a major part on brain development, especially in children, because their brain is continuing to develop consistently throughout life. So it's very important that we're, treating and feeding our bodies what it needs. One thing that can help, improve brain function is exercise. Exercise causes the nerves to multiply, and basically it strengthens the interconnections that protect, the brain from damage. So, and it also increases the blood flow within the brain. So I don't know how many have, been kind of tired and fatigued and really didn't feel like exercising, but went out and ran or did some type of exercise, and then you get this burst of energy afterwards. It's just like you're wide awake. Well, that's because that blood flow has increased in the body as well as within the brain. So that's why exercise is so key and important to include in your day-to-day activities along with your supplementation, because it strengthens your bodies in so many different areas, not only physically, on the outside to the point where you're being healthier, but it also helps other areas and other systems within the body, such as the brain. So it's very important that we actually try to incorporate certain things in our day-to-day living. They call the digestive system the second brain. And this is interesting because, if anybody has ever been kind of nervous or, getting ready to speak or getting ready for an interview or whatever, sometimes you're thinking about what you have to do. And guess what? You feel it in your gut. So a lot of things that associated, such as stress, can affect the actual movements within the GI tract that can cause inflammation or make you more susceptible to infection. So that's why it's so very important that we not be stressed. And it's also very important that we keep a healthy digestive system so that our brain function will be, because it affects the gut, and our gut affects what? Our immune system. So 95% of the body, serotonin is produced within the intestinal tract. And serotonin not only regulates the mood in the brain, but it also promotes the growth of nerve cells and also alerts the immune system when they're foreign invaders within the body. So that's why it's very important that we keep a healthy digestive system, and we do that by balancing out the good bacteria, within the body, getting rid of that bad bacteria, increasing that good bacteria within the digestive system to improve overall health. So that's why it's very important, and we have the trim that can actually help with that, because why? It contains the amaranth, it contains the chicory, it contains the stabilized rice bran. It contains all those active ingredients that help balance a good digestive system to the point where it's able to work properly and efficiently, to the point where you're not getting sick, to the point where you're constantly regulated. It's helping in so many different areas. It acts as a probiotic. It contains the inulin. So these are certain things that our body needs, and it's so very important that we just try to keep that on a day-to-day, keep that concept. Okay, try to eat right, spray, drink your trim, all of these different things. A lot of times we consume things. I had one of my coworkers come to me and say, well, Shakena, I stopped drinking sodas, but guess what? I have this juice and it contains more sugar than the soda. Well, yes. A lot of times that happens as well. So it's very important that we identify certain things. We have to, realize what we're consuming. Understand exactly how much sugar is in something. What does that actually mean? All of these different things because it plays such a major role on our health. You know, the B vitamins help in so many different ways. You know, and it helps with to make the neurotransmitters within the body and within the brain, which is serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. It helps nerve cell membranes quickly send and receive neurotransmitter connections. It also helps food convert food into molecular ATP, which ATP is what all cells use for energy. So all of these different things, it helps with. It also, the B vitamins help reduce homocysteine levels within the body, which basically is a sign of inflammation that is a risk factor for cardiovascular diseases. So we have to be aware that it's very important that we consume these B vitamins as well as vitamin D. Vitamin D has profound effects on the brain during all stages of life. It's so important that pregnant women get enough vitamin D so their baby's brain can develop, during pregnancy. Also, continuing to get vitamin D can reduce the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and also cognitive decline. So even to the point where it's been shown that B12 deficiency has been associated with brain, um, which is pretty much when atrophy is when there's a loss of cells in any type of tissue. But when that happens within the brain cells, then you lose your brain, the brain cells decline over time. So it's very important that we have these B vitamins. It's very important that we have this vitamin D. I have a friend whose mother was diagnosed with dementia, and I was telling them about the B and the D and all of the sprays, and they were like, "Okay, we're willing to try them." To the point where, she's been on them probably as long as I've been on them, and they've been seeing such an improvement to the point where they told the doctors, "Look, these sprays. We've been seeing such improvement with her behavior and the way she's been interacting, versus the actual pills that you had her on, the vitamin D and the vitamin B pills that you had her on. And it's because why? The absorption rate. She's getting 98% of what she's absorbing. So it's very important, if we're consuming things, what are we consuming? Making sure we're consuming the right things, number one. Making sure that we have a good product. We have the excellent products out here, because they're 98% absorbent, and our body's going to absorb what we're taking. So it's very important that we continue that, share with other people, as far as how it has helped you. Your testimony alone will help somebody. You don't need it. You don't have to have a long list of different testimonies. Your testimony alone may impact somebody's lives, and that's all you need. Just share it with one person. That's when I came into this business, that's all I did. I shared the information with one person, and it wasn't necessarily how it benefited me. It was the facts. It was the facts of the importance of taking the vitamins, what these antioxidant, what glutathione does, that it helps with your cell recovery, it helps get rid of those free radicals within the body. Just knowing the actual facts, what these vitamins, antioxidants, minerals do for the body, that sparked the interest in one person to the point where, she impacted so many other people by telling them. And now they are on the sprays. So just word of mouth, it's powerful. My thing is always go for it. It doesn't matter, what obstacles you may face, because a negative mind will never get you to a positive life. It will never give you a positive life if you keep that negative mindset. So always think positive no matter what you may go through. I don't care if the sky is gray, but you're saying it's a beautiful day. today is going to be a beautiful day. Today is going to be a successful day. Take each day at a time, one day at a time. My thing is, the harder the struggle, the more glorious the triumph. And you have to remember that. The harder the struggle, the more glorious the triumph. Never stop, never give up. Keep going. You're going to get those people. You're going to get your team. You're going to get your clients. You're going to be able to help so many people. And that's what it's about. It's about helping so many people change their lives, because nowadays people, we're not consuming what we need to. We're not taking enough vitamins and minerals. We're having so many different, issues in our lives that can be prevented due to the lack of knowledge, due to the lack of information, due to the lack of understanding the importance of taking, these supplements, these vitamin sprays. My thing is, I don't live to eat. I eat to live. And that's what you have to think. That's the way we have to think. I want to live. And with these sprays and changing my lifestyle, I'm doing that. I'm living. I'm making sure that I'm giving my body what it needs so that I'll be able to live and help other people achieve what they're trying to achieve, whether it's a healthy lifestyle, whether it's, to be more financially stable, whatever the case may be, whether it's to motivate them, whatever it is, everybody has a plan. Everyone has a purpose, so go out there, motivate others, share this business, share these sprays, share the trim, so that we're able to help so many people and continue to change people's lives. Thank you, Dr. Janice.
My goodness, Shakena. Thank you for the focus on the brain. Just when you start off with that, that's always a very interesting topic. And I love it when you said that the digestive system, which I've never heard that before, that the digestive system is considered the second brain. The second brain. I mean, that was really interesting there. And when you think about it, and there's a book out, Shakena, I have got to get the name of this book, but it kind of talks about that. It talks about how you get the gut feeling and what that means, and how that really helps you to make decisions, and how it affects your day and your decision making, and how you function throughout the day. I'm going to have to try. I heard someone mention that book called, and I can't remember the exact name of it, but I'm going to research it and find out, because it talks a lot about the importance of how your digestive system is functioning and for you to live a successful life. I want to ask you, I want to say something else. You talked about how, sodas have a lot of sugar and juice have a lot of sugar. And I was one of those that really loved to drink. I used to just drink soda all the time. Like, I didn't like water. I couldn't drink. I feel like, oh, water is terrible. Oh, it has no taste to it. Oh, it's disgusting. I could not drink water, unless I was taking it along with something. But then I noticed that when I stopped drinking soda and I stopped drinking juices and I forced myself to drink water, now I drink water all the time, I have totally lost the desire for soda and for juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I thought that, that's just amazing, because now it's like when I think of something, I'm thinking of soda. Even when I go to a restaurant, I don't order anything to drink. Like, every now and then I may, and this is something new, so I don't usually drink coffee. For some reason, when I go out, I'll get a cup of coffee every now and then. But I won't order a soda, and I don't want to drink their water. So I don't know where they're getting it from. You know what I mean? But I have totally lost the desire to drink water and to drink juice. So just a look on that. What happens now that I like water, as a result of, just not making myself drink water? I've actually lost the taste for soda and for juices.
Well, my thing is, I believe it comes from, anytime, because it's your brain telling you that you want sugar. It's like a happy feeling, like it affects the brain. So the more you consume it, the more it's like a craving. The more it craves it. The more you eat candy, the more it craves it. The more you eat, sugar and drink sodas, the more you crave it. But after you begin to try to eliminate that from your diet, or from you consuming as much of that, then your brain is has no recollection of what you really want, because it's like a memory, so it's like kind of like memory loss, so pretty much sugar is just like when you consume it, it's just like it makes your brain feel happy. Oh, sugar, I want some more sugar. I want some more sugar. That's why you see kids when they consume a lot of sodas or drinks, it's like they're just happy, bouncing all over the place, because it affects the brain. So therefore, by you drinking more water, which is good, what I'm saying, it's healthier, that's the benefit of that,
And the vitamin B, excuse me, the B boost, we are constantly, every time we start someone starts to take the vitamin B, especially the B boost, I think the B and the D, but every single time we get amazing testimonies on how, the energy that people are getting from taking the B boost and how they're up all night cleaning. I had one testimony the other day. I said I didn't know whether to bring her on to share this one or not. We have to talk about that one because she said she started taking the vitamin B. She said that she got so much energy that day that her husband had a very happy evening that night. So she said, I had not felt that good in so long. She said, it just felt good to have that kind of energy. And she said, I'm serious. My husband was a happy man that night because of the energy he got from taking the B boost. So, it gives you wonderful energy. So those are the stories that we're getting. Everyone, when they start taking the vitamins, the vitamin B and the vitamin D, that's the reports that are coming back every single time. So the body is really not producing. I mean, when it's deficient in those supplements, this is why you're feeling the way you're feeling. This is why you don't have energy, because your body is deficient in those areas. It's just a simple thing to understand.
Right. That is correct.
Well, thank you, Shakena Day, for what you're bringing to us today in regards to the brain. And let's go out to the UK. See, Dr. Poole is here. I know it's her and Maureen Murphy-Smith have been hanging out at Oxford University, but let me see if she's able to get on the call today. Dr. Nita Poole, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me okay, Denise?
I can hear you. And how are you and Maureen Murphy-Smith doing out there in the UK?
Absolutely great. And guess who I have three-wayed in on the call today, who's listening to the call from the UK? Miss Maureen Smith.
Oh, God.
Maureen, I don't know whether you are able to speak. Are you able to speak?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, quickly.
Hi, everybody. This is Executive Founding Member, 2-star Maureen Smith, all the way from the UK. It is such a pleasure. I cannot even begin to tell you. Anita Poole, I cannot find the words to tell you what an amazing woman this person is. And I feel like I've known her all my life. We had such a great time. We talked about 10. I mean, oh, my God. I cannot tell you. I had such a lovely time. We didn't want to leave each other. I hope everybody's okay and everybody's doing okay. I miss you guys so much, and I'll be back next Thursday. Pastor D, Pastor Dale, we got to come to England, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Love you all, okay?
Absolutely. It was absolutely incredible being with Maureen. She is such an amazing person, and this just goes to show you the quality of people we have in 10, basically. Maureen is a single mother, brought up her children, works full-time. She's already 2-star. She's already car club qualified. She's already getting regular checks monthly and weekly. She's got a phenomenal team. She travels all over the world. She actually came to England first class, so you can imagine that, how much she travels in terms of getting points and, her income, basically. And, one thing is clear about Maureen, and this describes to you this story I'm going to tell you. She lets nothing, absolutely nothing, get in her way. The flight actually lost her luggage. Her luggage was still in the USA when she arrived in the UK. She had a meeting with me the day after she arrived. She ignored any jet lag. She ignored the fact that she didn't even have her luggage. She just went out there, got whatever she needed, booked her train ticket, made sure she called me, and she made great arrangements, and she was there exactly when she was meant to be. In fact, the person who got held up was me in the traffic. So it was absolutely incredible. Now, that's the kind of tenacity that builds 10. So, you know, when I met Maureen, I could see exactly why she is 2-star car club qualified and has an absolutely incredible team. And the thing is, she's not stopping there. You know, she talked to me about her goals, where she wants to be, what she wants to do, what her ideas are, what her challenges are. And, you know, we spoke about different ways of overcoming the challenges. And, you know, she is absolutely on fire, as well as the fact that she had in her bag a little bit of trim by 10 for me. So it's absolutely great. And then when her luggage comes, she's going to show me even more trim. So, you know, it's absolutely incredible. It was wonderful meeting you, Maureen. And, you know, as I said to Maureen, my goodness, when I heard Maureen's story, I thought, crikey, she is an incredible role model for all of us. So, you know, absolutely take my hat off to you, Maureen, and it was great meeting you. And absolutely, Denise, we need you all here in the UK. And please speak to Sam about those things that I was explaining to you about the UK. I'm now getting people who are customers in the UK who are now ringing me and saying, that thing worked for me. For example, my aunt, I had her on the call. The 10 sprays worked phenomenally for her sinusitis that she struggled with for over 3 years. And within 1 week of taking the TN sprays, her sinusitis was gone completely. She phoned me. I had mentioned to her, her husband has Parkinson's, worth getting his vitamin D level checked because we have very little sunshine, plus we're tan skin. And I said, it's well worth, Parkinson's is associated with low D3, well worth getting it checked. You know, she rang me. His D3 level is way low. And the doctors haven't even given him some D3. So what has she ordered off me? D3 is in the post to her. She rang me again today, and her daughter has bad sinusitis. And she said, you know, these sprays are working so well. What do you think we try the sprays for her sinusitis? And I said, yes, definitely. You know, in America, they've got hay fever right now. They've got pollen allergies, and they're finding the Super 10 is helping that because high antioxidants, super berries, 5-HTP in it, plus the cell energy, high glutathione, alpha lipoic acid. These are natural body antioxidants, plus the vitamin D3, because D3 is so important, especially if you have allergies. So she's going to be ordering more for her daughter. Then I met today out networking an ex-Marine who's very interested in health. I showed him these sprays and he went, wow, that's phenomenal. I know a little bit about network marketing. What? You mean you're the very first distributor in the UK? My goodness, we've got to speak next week. Then I went into the sauna a few days ago, met a guy there who's selling some kind of wrapper and body slimmer, basically. But obviously, these things are aesthetic. They don't help you with your appetite. They don't help you with your cravings, you know, just like Denise was describing. They don't help you with your a healthy digestive system, like Shakena was describing. I talked to him about the TN sprays. He's going to be seeing me next week. And guess what? He's a network marketer, and he's got all sorts of contacts. So, Denise, please get on to Sam. We need those things in that shopping cart, and we're ready to go in the UK, basically. So, great call. Shakena, fantastic points. And yes, folks, you know, from a medical standpoint, literally, they call it a second brain. It is almost like a second brain. Your digestive system has a hell of a lot of nerves around that digestive system, and that's why they say it's like a second brain. So our B12, B3, B6, very important because it's got a lot of nerves. D3, very important. Super 10, cell energy, very important. Slim by 10, very important because you don't want any fat around your gut, basically. Otherwise, it's going to decrease the functioning. And the trim by 10, incredibly important for the digestive system. Plus, speak to the holistic people. Holistic people go on chakras. Do you know 2 to 3 out of the 6 to 7 chakras are actually around the whole digestive system and sacral area. And they say the holistic people believe that, and for good reason, basically, because science is actually behind some of the holistic concepts. Because some of the holistic concepts come from ancient medicine. And guess what? Our Trim by 10 ancient TAG tag ingredients. We are literally tapping into the wisdom of the ancients. For example, the sacral chakra is associated with your emotions and your reproductive system. The basal chakra is associated with the stomach muscles and the digestive system, energy, attitude, willpower. These are all things that not only do we need in 10, but every single person out there working in the world and bringing up their family in the world and growing up in their world. They need our products. Thomas Carlyle said, health is victory. Let all men, if they can manage it, contrive to be healthy. Notice that clause he said, if they can manage it. Well, guess what? We've got the TN sprays and the Trim by 10 nutritional drink to help them manage their health. So it's absolutely incredible. And literally, headline after headline that I read, we need to get these out. Guess what? Jamie Oliver, who's one of the most renowned chefs in the UK, and actually he started up many different restaurants now in the USA, he believes in good nutrition. Obviously, he's a great cook. He's a great businessman. He's actually done a lot for youth employment as well, and he's very interested in changing nutritional habits to improve it, not only for the elderly, but for the young as well, so that the next generation are not so influenced by the hype of the media in terms of bad nutrition. And do you know what? He's put his money on the line, because in his restaurants, he has actually put his own tax, has increased the price on any drink that contains sugar. And he's put it blatantly on the menu that if you want to drink a healthier drink, please go for the water, which will cost you nothing. We will give you water in a jug, or go for these sorts of drinks because they contain less sugar. Now, he obviously has the sugary drinks available for those who want it, but he tries to dissuade them, and he puts an extra added amount to the cost if they order it. And guess what? He donates that to a charity that is all about nutrition and improving people's health. So, you know, it's now going into the business arena. So here we have something that not only people can benefit from the actual sprays and the drink, but they can make money on it as well. An Italian proverb, he who enjoys good health is rich, though he knows it not. But guess what? We know with our sprays and with Team Effort Network, we can get rich in our health and we can get rich in our wealth, because this is, like I said to the ex-Marines today, this is the best pay plan I have ever seen in my life. Richard Baker said, to get rich, never risk your health. For it is the truth that health is the wealth of wealth. Well, guess what? We can get rich with our health. We don't have to risk our health in getting our wealth, because we can have both with 10. Sir Philip Sidney said, the ingredients of health and long life are great temperance, open air, easy labor, and little care. Well, you know what? Put in the work now, and you can reap the benefits week after week, month after month. That's what residual income is with a long-established company, Team Effort Network, part of Team Effort International, been going for more than 10 years, and you can grow to have little care, enjoy life easily as the money comes in, because you put in the work now, share these great products, share the opportunity, and go for it. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Fuller. It sounds like the UK is on fire. I love it. And I'm going to tell you, Dr. Fuller, while you have Maureen Murphy-Smith there, put her in front of anyone, and you she will develop a team. Believe me, they will be signed up with 10. You're right, she's not afraid of anything. She's a go-getter. She lets everyone really see the benefit of being a part of Team Effort Network. So I'm telling you, get in front of a group, Dr. Poole, and I'm telling you, folks will be signing up. Because Maureen Murphy-Smith does not play. And it's good to hear you, Maureen. I know you're not there, but it's good to hear you this morning.
I'm still here. It's good to hear you, and thank you so much. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Pastor D. Thank you so much for that. But we're going places, and we are doing things, and we are not going to stop. And we're bringing everyone along as long as they want to be a part of this amazing, amazing team. Okay? Thank you very much, and I'll see you July the 1st, I think.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to miss you, girl. We're really going to miss you. But, you know, Canada, UK, go ahead and do what you need to do while you and Anita Poole are there. You two are two powerful forces together. And Anita, you and Maureen, girl, there's nothing the two you can do. There's nothing the two you cannot do together. I mean, I'm telling you, that is the power, too, right there. So, blow it up as you can. I will stick with Ken in regard to your concerns and have that taken care of. But thank you for your quote, and thank you for bringing that excitement and passion from the UK.
Thank you. Over and out.
Thank you. All right, Maureen. See you later, girl. Oh, what an excitement, fam. This is what I'm talking about. Around the globe, around the globe. Bye. Bye-bye. Great things are happening. As you know, Paul Jackson and Jesse and all just got back from North Carolina. We're going to hear from them next week and how that went. And Maureen will be back next week. I'm sure with some great, wonderful news. I can only imagine what's going to happen between now and next week while Maureen is in the UK. Just expecting great things there. And even with what you're doing, but with where you are, whether it's in your corner, it's in your neighborhood, it's in your community, go out and make a difference. Just share this goodness right here. Share what's happening and share the D Power, the D Boost, the Slim, the Super 10, the Cell Energy, and our Trim by 10. It's what people need. And we need a healthy life. And health is wealth. And if you're healthy, you are wealthy. And to do the things that you need to do, you want to be healthy. You want to have the energy to do it. Everyone is looking for what we have. So get up there and share and make a difference in your life. Once again, Shakena Day, thank you for bringing us the lesson on today, the function of the brain. So very, very important to know these things and how these vitamins, how important vitamin supplementing is. It's extremely important for the length and the quality of your life. Don't take it lightly. It's important. And we have them in a spray. We have vitamin supplements in a spray. That is the top of the line. That is the best that it gets. It doesn't get any better than that. So thank you all for tuning in today. Don't forget to join the Spanish call that takes place at 9:10 a.m. Pacific this morning, right here at the same number. Join what's today, Wednesday? No, join Don Joseph and the team tonight. Don Joseph, Lloyd Gibson, and Renetta Hall. They will have a call tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. That's Pacific time. So if you're on the West Coast, like at 8 o'clock p.m. and here on the East Coast, you know you're up at 11 o'clock. Go ahead and dial in, listening to what Don Joseph and the team is sharing and what's happening on the West Coast. Get your guests on the phone and let them listen in. And then be back with us tomorrow morning to hear more great things. We're going to have a special guest on tomorrow. Can't wait to hear from him. Haven't heard from him in a little bit. So excited to hear that he's going to be on the call tomorrow. So join us tomorrow to hear more great things of what's happening here and Team Effort Network. And what do we say at this point? Come on. Get off this phone and get out there and go tell someone the great thing that you heard today on the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. Family, you are loved. You are greatly appreciated. God bless you all and have a prosperous day on purpose.